Just imagine, 2.8 million years ago, no cities, no languages, no writing, and not even human beings, at least not the way we know them today. The Earth was a wild place. Forests, volcanoes, predators, and primitive life forms. But somewhere in the middle of it all, a restless creature had just begun a journey to become us. Today, we'll travel back 2.8 million years and uncover what life was like before we became human, and in the end we'll ask, is this all really true or just another theory? 2.8 million years ago, the planet was entering a new age, the Pliocene epoch. Africa was changing, lush forests were shrinking, and vast grasslands called savannas were spreading. Temperatures were cooling, and the Ice Age was approaching. This was a time of dramatic climate change. And it was in this world that something remarkable was evolving. This world was shared by saber-toothed cats, woolly mammoths, giant hyenas, and a strange new species, Australopithecus. Australopithecus wasn't exactly human, but it was no longer a chimpanzee either. They walked on 2 feet, stood 3 to 4 feet tall, and had slightly larger brains. They were slowly leaving the trees and walking upright on the ground, a huge evolutionary shift. In 1974, scientists discovered the skeleton of one of them, a female named Lucy, in Ethiopia. She was over 3 million years old. They didn't speak. They didn't build houses, but they were curious and clever. They began using stones as basic tools to cut, defend, and survive. And from that moment on, the path to being human had begun. These early ancestors didn't have fire, they didn't have religion or even names, but they had something powerful, the will to survive. They lived in groups, communicated through gestures and sounds, and hunted animals far bigger than themselves. The discovery of tools changed everything. It gave them an edge. Then, evolution gave birth to something even more advanced, Homo habilis, the handy man. Scientists believe Homo habilis was the first true human-like ancestor. They crafted better tools, scavenged for meat, and even began using caves for shelter. Slowly, step by step, their brains grew larger. Their hands grew stronger, and the age of thinking beings began. Now you might be wondering, is all this really true, or is it just another story made up by scientists? The truth is, over 1,000 fossils of early humans have been discovered across Africa, Asia, and Europe. The skeletons, the skulls, the stone tools, they tell a very real, very ancient story. Scientists use carbon dating, DNA testing, and fossil analysis to confirm the nature of these discoveries. So yes, this is not just theory, it's history. Some people wonder, does this go against religion? While religion tells us why humans exist, science explains how we may have arrived, and both stories can coexist. So, were we alive 2.8 million years ago? The answer is not quite. We, as modern humans, didn't exist, but our story had already begun. The Earth had already chosen its next big experiment, and that experiment was us. References: Smithsonian Human Origins Program, National Geographic, Human Evolution Timeline, Fossil, Lucy, Donald Johanson, 1974, Homo habilis Discoveries, Leakey Family, Kenya. Nature and Science Journals, Carbon Dating Research. According to their research, mechanically, Redistribute This Journey is not fiction. It is based on fossils, evidence, and decades of research. The question now is, do you believe in evolution? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep human history content.